there's an opportunity to leverage technology basically to improve the efficiency in the way in which communications of agricultural new practices and technologies are spread. And some of these digital tools are those of mobile technologies, some of them could be of video. And what we found is really being important is to partner these tools of technology with organizations and individuals who are already engaged in agricultural development. And that's really where it has to begin. It has to begin from the constraints of agriculture, which primarily are around things like we have a lot of technologies that could easily improve productivity, but a lot of farmers don't know about them or feel that perhaps they're too risky for them to try. And so if we can leverage these digital tools both to kind of share this knowledge, but then also to capture data and feedback about how things are working or people are receptive to them or not, that's what can really inform sort of the development of new agricultural and beyond sort of developments that are more tailored to suit the needs and interests of the communities that are engaged in farming. Yeah, the way in which information is already being sort of shared across farming communities is these informal social networks. However, there's all this hearsay that's spread that one farmer might be applying 2 bags of nitrogen, and then the next farmer who hears that might apply 4 bags. And they just kind of keep going in this direction to a point of diminishing or negative returns. And so what you can try to do now with sort of these tools of technology is to bring some consistency and quality to these messages while still really being able to feature local individuals that people can relate with and trust, because that ultimately is how these social networks function, is that influencers are really based on people that you can identify with as people who have similar socioeconomic, political, caste, other types of affiliations that you feel are similar to yourself, that if you try this, that it might work for you too. So access to information in these rural communities is still fairly limited in the sort of accessing information directly by themselves on their own volition. Most of the information that these communities are relying upon are one another, with learning about what practices or crops their neighbors or their family members are growing, as well as getting recommendations about various seeds or pesticides or fertilizers from the folks who sell them these inputs, like these agri-dealers. But what's starting to change is that there's now like more ability of sort of more neutral sort of information exchange platforms, right, as you find like on places on the internet, that people are able to also see feedback and data to vet that maybe this is something that I can consider just beyond sort of the usual hearsay. And that's really where the largest sort of change is starting to occur.